At IFA this year, LG threw a spanner in the world of smartphones by announcing the V30, an excellent device with a focus on video. This is our full review. I'll jump onto that in a sec, but before I do, if you're not already subscribed to Tech Radar, subscribe. It's how you're going to stay on top of everything that we do. Right, the V30. This is a 6-inch screen device, IP68 water and dust resistant. It's got a Quad HD POLED display, pretty much everything you'll want in a smartphone. And around the back, it's got a sensibly positioned fingerprint scanner and a dual camera. The V30 is thinner and lighter than the G6, the Note 8 and the Galaxy S8 Plus, and it's got a better screen to bezel ratio than the G6 before it as well. Available in 4 colors, lilac, silver, blue and black, all with glossy reflective fingerprint loving finishes. You've got Gorilla Glass surrounding it, a metal frame, USB Type-C at the bottom as well as a loudspeaker, and this thing also has a headphone jack. As for the screen, it's 6 inches, so it's a nice big phone. Quad HD resolution means it's also incredibly sharp, and the POLED technology under the hood, that's plastic OLED, organic light emitting diode, means it's pretty much on par with AMOLEDs from Samsung. It's fundamentally the same technology. You can also do some cool stuff in the settings to drop the virtual resolution so it consumes a bit less battery, with great viewing angles and excellent finish on the glass, so it feels really rich when you're gliding your thumb across it. This whole phone from design to screen gets a massive thumbs up. Inside the phone it's Android 7, not Android 8, so not the latest version as found on the Google Pixel and the new Sony Xperia XZ1. Still, it's a really stable experience considering this is a pre-production version of the V30. The user interface is fun, it's feature-packed, but it isn't stock, so any Android purists would be well off to opt for a Pixel or indeed overlay a custom skin from the Google Play Store. The features on there that are different though are really useful. There's something called knock code on there, so you can unlock your phone with a few taps. In addition, you can add a navigation icon so you can bring down the notifications tray without having to reach to the top of your phone. Perfect for a 6-inch screened device. Anyone who had a V20 and is wondering, where's the second screen on this thing? I'm afraid it's gone, but that isn't the end of the world. LG's put something called a floating bar on here. You can bring it into frame when the phone's on by tapping a little arrow on the right hand side, or when the phone's off it just appears on the always on display. Handy shortcuts. The dual camera setup on the back of the LG V30 is the best that we've seen from LG to date. It's one 16 megapixel regular field of view camera with an f1.6 glass lens, and the second camera is a wide angle 120 degree 13 megapixel snapper with an f1.9 aperture. Now, can't quite say that this is the best camera phone around, but it's definitely the best wide angle camera phone around, and the pictures are so good that it's pretty much competitive on every front. All the additional shooting modes are also excellent, only adding to the value. You've got full manual, this thing can shoot RAW, and you've got something called guide shot, which is just a really handy way of framing your picture by numbers. In particular, my favorite thing about the V30 is that it doesn't over-process images as much as the LG G6 did, so you haven't got that gritty mottled effect that you had on low light shots with its predecessor. Video is where this phone really differentiates though. Not necessarily with regards to image quality. It's good, but it's nothing we haven't seen before. It's down to software. Open Cine video mode, and first off there's something awesome called point zoom. You can zoom in on a part of the screen that isn't necessarily in the center. It's all smooth and looks excellent. On top of that, you can grade your videos on the fly with some neat Instagram-esque filters that are just much more comprehensive than on any other smartphone. The surround microphones work well, so does image stabilization. Down the line, we'll also be able to export the metadata taken when grading the videos and import it into DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro so that we can edit it professionally afterwards. Under the hood, you've got a Snapdragon 835 pad with 4 GB of RAM, and that is plenty of power for pretty much everybody. Benchmarks, like a champion. Gaming, it'll handle anything that you throw at it. The only downside is, wouldn't have minded a bit more RAM for some heavy multitasking. Background processors may close a little bit earlier on the V30 than say on the 8GB OnePlus 5, but personally I didn't notice any slowdown, and I doubt you will either. Multimedia is excellent on this phone, especially when you're looking at it. The 6-inch full vision plastic OLED screen supports HDR, and videos, pictures, even reading an email looks sensational. Where it falls down is audio, but specifically from the loudspeaker. plug in some headphones, and the quad DAC in this thing makes it sound really good, no matter what headphones you've got. It's really smart. It'll figure out if you've got a low-end pair of headphones or a high-end pair and give you some prompts so you can tailor the experience as best possible. In terms of the connection set, it's also better than we've seen from LG for a long time. Fast LTE, wireless charging, and you've got NFC as well. The only thing that's really missing is an infrared blaster, but we're not going to complain too much about that. A note on the wireless charging, it isn't quite as quick as Samsung's super fast wireless charging, but the fact it's there is a bonus. With a 3,300 milliamp battery under the hood that lasts a full day, even with relatively heavy usage, you could probably creep into 2 if you're using it lightly. The LG V30 is one of the best smartphones around, definitely the best from LG. Make sure you check out our other videos and head over to techradar.com to see the full review by Cameron. Thanks for watching.